I think we're going to see folks straggling in all day. Thank you for braving the weather. I like to see that even with a blizzard, we still have more people who've already showed up than the Democrats did last week. So we're well on our way. So welcome to the largest Congress of County in Republican Party history. We've got, I think, in the neighborhood of 550 signed up at least over the course of the next 2 days. We're so excited to have you here. Things are going great here in Indiana. Governor's off to a great start. He's got great teammates in the legislature. I hope you're getting our party line every week, and it resonates throughout the state how in line this entire state party is right now. Everybody is pulling in the same direction, from our friends at the state legislature, our partners. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Both Speaker Bosma and President Long are right in lockstep with us. They are doing a fundraiser for the state party again here later this month, as they did last year. There are tenants. We're all in one building together, and once I was able to move the governor's campaign in, we're all working out of one office, so we get to see each other every day. And I think the results speak for themselves. Polling shows strength for the governor. Polling shows strength that people think Indiana is headed in the right direction. And I just couldn't be more excited to be a part of this Indiana Republican Party, and thrilled that all you who make up the grassroots are here, taking your time to join us the next couple of days. Thank you. So you'll hear more about this tonight. You'll probably get tired of seeing me, but midterms, just history says they're a little bit of an uphill battle. And so this enthusiasm that we have is what we need to take us over the top. We also have better candidates, better ideas, better volunteers, better leaders at every level, from county to statewide to Congress. We have a great statewide dynamic team of folks who are going to be at the top of the ticket in Connie Lawson, Kelly Mitchell, and Tara Clutch. You'll see more of them later, but let's go ahead and start with a round of applause for them. How about having 3 women at the top of the ticket? But let's be very focused. We don't have a session during this day or this weekend called Defeating Joe Donnelly for no reason, because there is one focus of this party from top to bottom, and it needs to be very clear that we cannot send Joe Donnelly back to the U.S. Senate. We have got to send somebody who will help Mike Pence and President Trump. And let me just say, we are very pleased today. We'll have a couple surprises along the way. But we are very pleased to have what I am certain, with your effort and mine and everybody else in this state that resonates with the Republican Party, who will be our senior U.S. Senator very soon. Let's bring our special guest, Senator Todd Young.
Thank you. Thank you. Thanks so much. Thanks. Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, so much for your leadership. I want to thank the Central Committee and all the people who helped put this event together. And I want to thank all of you, the heart and soul of the Republican Party. Folks, think about what a difference 1 year makes. I can say from my own standpoint, a year ago, almost to the day, I was taking the oath of office from a Vice President, Joe Biden. Now here in 2018, I attend weekly lunches with Vice President Mike Pence. It's morning in America. So a lot of change has happened in a year, and if I'm going to sum up what's occurred over the last couple of years, I'd say 2016 was a year of promises made. 2017 was a year of promises kept. Yeah. So we have a great message. We started by rebuilding our federal courts from the top down. This was, to so many of you, frankly to me, the most important issue facing us last election. I don't have to tell you about the importance of getting Supreme Court Justice Neil Gorsuch on the bench, but folks, we did it, and he's just the start. If you don't know the name of Amy Coney Barrett, you'll soon learn it. Amy Barrett lives in St. Joe County. She strictly interprets the Constitution of the United States, and she will soon be the new Seventh Circuit Court of Appeals judge. Yeah. And spoiler alert, she's already being shortlisted as a future Supreme Court nominee. So very proud to have been able to help advance the vote on Amy Barrett. You remember her, perhaps. She was the one attacked by Democrats in Washington on the Judiciary Committee during her confirmation hearing. Her crime? Being Catholic. Judge Barrett is one of 23 faithful constitutionalist judges and justices we've confirmed in just the last 12 months. Let me say that again. 23 constitutionalist judges and justices in 12 months. If that's not a record, it's close, folks. Yeah. So how else was 2017 a year of action, of promises kept? In 2017, the Federal Register was cut by 1/3. We tore up 34,000 pages of wasteful regulations. Many of these dated back to the Obama era, and they were choking our freedoms and constraining our incomes and reducing life opportunities for millions of Americans, and we got rid of them. In total, our regulatory rollback is saving Americans $60 billion and roughly 11 million hours of paperwork. Finally, we passed the first true tax reform in over 30 years. Our bill provides tax relief for Hoosiers and all Americans at all income levels, gives a much-needed cut to Hoosier businesses, and sets us up to thrive in a global economy. Now, folks, you've already been hearing some of the positive output of this tax reform package. We've already seen businesses announce raises, bonuses, and benefit increases for more than 1 million Americans. And then you may have seen the latest news. Walmart, the largest private sector employer in the country, just announced it's increasing its entry-level wages and giving bonuses to another 1 million workers, once again on account of this tax package. So as a result of tax reform and regulatory reform, we're seeing what you and I have known for a long time. If you want to increase the minimum wage, if you want to increase benefits and investment, if you want to increase opportunity across the state of Indiana and beyond, you don't mandate it from Washington, D.C. Yeah. And speaking of mandates, the tax bill fulfilled our promise to finally end the oppressive Obamacare individual mandate tax. Now, I would note for your neighbors that in the state of Indiana, over 80% of that tax is paid by folks who make $50,000 or less a year. They are taxed, or they were under the mandate, for not buying health insurance they don't want or can't afford. That makes absolutely no sense. And roughly half of that group makes $25,000 or less a year. It is a poor tax. It is gone. Another promise kept. Yeah. 2016, the year of promises. 2017, the year of results. And I'm here to tell you, this is my message, that 2018 must be the year of mobilization. Hoosiers, we have to do our part, as we consistently have, especially in recent years. We know what Democrats aim to do. They want to flip the U.S. House of Representatives. They've promised to play a big map in that regard. So they're going to throw money at liberal candidates in Jackie's district, in Larry's district, in Trey's district. And we need to step up and support them, and I know you will. We, of course, need to support Susan and Jim as well, and we need to rally behind the candidates that you choose in other districts. Now, we've known they want to flip the House. That's been well publicized, but we're now starting to hear that Democrats are getting a little cocky. They have hallucinations that just maybe, they can flip control of the United States Senate. They've been emboldened by special election results, including the Alabama special, that cut our majority to 51-49. They have their eye on this Senate majority. But with the people in this room coming together, if you stand up, if you speak out, if you stay involved, if you work the phones, if you knock on doors, if you mobilize your neighbors, if you make the arguments that we have fulfilled our promises, folks, we cannot lose. We're going to have an Indiana firewall in 2018. I hope at 7:01 p.m. on election night, we can deliver a key blow to Democrats, to their hope of retaking control of the United States Senate. I know that tomorrow you'll have a straw poll. It's been much publicized. And for the next 4 months, we'll have a spirited primary. Sometimes that's healthy. We need to remind ourselves of that. But no matter who you are behind today, or who you may be behind on May 8th, there's absolutely no question that we need another Republican in Washington to help repeal the rest of Obamacare, eliminate more job-killing regulations, and continue the fight for good Midwestern Hoosier values in Washington, D.C. Folks, I aim to be part of this fight. I'm looking for another partner. Thank you for delivering me one. God bless you, and may God continue to bless America.
Thanks. Great message. I'm going to hear it again tomorrow. Thank you, Senator Young. Thank you for taking time out and being a special guest for us this weekend. It's really meaningful to us. So up next, I'm going to introduce you to Leah McGrath, who is the vice chairwoman of the Indiana Republican Party, and she's going to talk through a little bit of the logistics, do some thank yous, and talk through the weekend's process. But first, I want to say a few thank yous. I've had an unprecedented number of folks who Leah will detail in more specificity have come out to sponsor tonight. Please take your time, go visit their booths, see what they have to offer, especially candidates. There's a lot of folks who are here who can support candidates. Check them out and know that they are supportive of your Indiana Republican Party if they're here today in a vendor booth. The other, and I'd like a rousing round of applause for this group, is my staff. They have worked tirelessly. I've pushed them beyond the brink on this. And I'd throw in that a little bit, the Crowne Plaza, because we feel like we're busting at the seams now. This is about a third of what we're going to have tomorrow. So I just want to thank them, especially my staff, senior staff who've been leading on this, and the folks who've been working tirelessly to pull all this together, because it really has been a lot of pressure, mainly by me, on them. But please, let's give them a round of applause. With that, I'll turn it over to Leah to kind of walk through the next couple days.
Gonna have to lower that. I mean, wow, if you're not fired up between Governor Holcomb's State of the State on Tuesday and Senator Young's remarks today, you just aren't listening, because that was remarkable. Thank you all for being here. I have to say, I joined the city of Fishers as deputy mayor 2.5 years ago, and I'll never forget my first day. Weather always reminds me of this, because it was a June day, and the mayor forwarded me an email. It was from a resident who was really upset and expressive in the email with those emotions because a community concert that week had been canceled. It was an outdoor concert, and it was canceled because there was heavy rain, thunder, and lightning. But at the end of the email, the mayor said, "Welcome aboard, you're now in charge of the weather." So, on days like this, I always think I need to probably apologize to all of you for the inclement weather we've brought, but we'll do our best to make it better. Tuesday night, watching Governor Holcomb's State of the State was so exciting, and I'm sure that many of you were proud as well. I was feeling humbled and really proud of the legacy of leadership that we have in this state of Indiana, whether it's folks like Senator Young in DC, or the State House, or the districts, the counties, the cities, and the towns. I am so proud, but I'm especially proud because it's not just what we've done or what we're going to do. I'm so proud of how we do it. And so thank you for being here today, because we can't keep doing what we're doing unless we keep winning. And your participation and time you've given this weekend is so appreciated, and the staff's and everyone else's. But I want to say thank you especially to the sponsors. These are organizations, if you read the list or you visit the candidates in their booths, these are organizations and individuals who have given so much of their own resources and time and expertise. So we want to give them their due. The audiovisual sponsor, Market Red and Midwest Communications. Networking lounge sponsors, Harcourt Industries and Majority Strategies. Wi-Fi sponsor, Hathaway Strategies. And by the way, the number one question I get in my household from my kids and their friends is, what's the Wi-Fi password, right? So if you need it, the login information and passwords on the cover of your program and on signs around the event. Thumb Drive sponsor is Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. The first 300 of you who checked in should have received a thumb guide with the guidebooks, but if you want that emailed to you as well, please let one of our staff know and they can help you with that. Swag bags. It's not a party until there's swag bags. So we want to thank the individuals and organizations that donated items. Stacked Pickle, University of Southern Indiana, Bose, Harcourt Industries, Indy 11, our state auditor, Tara Klutz, M2, Hathaway Strategies, Ice Miller, and John Hammond, Screen Broidery, Indiana Pacers, Poet, and Hoosier Mama. We've got a brand new Indiana GOP store. I hope you're going to take advantage of it. It's Indiana Republican Party, Holcomb for Indiana, and Trump Pence branded gear will be available for anyone. There's a coupon in your registration bag, so you can go and check that out. Logistics. I'm not going to read the program to you. You're welcome. I think Pete wanted me to. But in case you're looking for where to go, I do want to really encourage you to check out, kind of mark the calendar for the meet and greets. Today at 4:45 and 5 o'clock in the networking lounge, you can do a meet and greet with Congressman Trey Hollingsworth, Larry Bouchon, Congressman, and Andrew Takami. Tomorrow, from 10 to 10:45, basically, we've got some more meet and greets with former State Representative Mike Braun, Mark Hurt, Congressman Luke Messer, and Congressman Todd Rokita. There are also hospitality suites where you can see many of these same individuals. One thing I want to make sure I note, this is the one logistical piece. Most of the hospitality suites are on this side when you go out on the right, but there's one on the left too, so make sure you check it all out and keep walking, okay? You're going to have your breakouts. If you need help, I guess the one note I would make, the Edison North and Edison South are up here, so you're going to access that from this room. So if you're going to a breakout that's in one of the Edison rooms, you can use these stairs or the elevator. And it's Edison North and Edison South.
Edison North, Edison South.
As Edison North and Edison South. Sorry about that. Thank you, Pat. The communications team would love for you to share your photos, use the hashtag Congress of Counties, and check it out on our exclusive Congress of Counties Snapchat filter. I don't have Snapchat, but I'm going to tell my junior high son to do so, have him check it out. That's what we've got. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you, Leah. Really appreciate it. So again, so thrilled to have you all here. We'll gather up again here as a entire group tonight for the reception from 5:30 to 7. Hospitality suites will be right after that at 7. and we'll have a band tonight, and so I'd encourage all of you to join us at 5:30. But until then, thank you again for coming. We couldn't do this without you, and we will now head to our first breakout session. So we'll see you again here at 5:30. Thank you.